Welcome, welcome. And y'all go ahead and get comfortable and relax. Do what you need to do. We're going to take our time in the beginning, but we're going to wrap up real quick. First, before starting off, I like to thank God. And when I thank God, I like to let y'all know that there is no separatism when it comes to religion and spirituality here. Whatever you call your God, whatever name he goes by, however your beliefs are structured, everything is welcome here. As long as you believe in something higher than yourself. Dodgers won last night. You know, today I came out with the custom Jackie Robinson jersey, you know, just to honor my mans for doing it big, for getting us up in there. But shout out to them. So, first of all, let me let you know exactly who I am and exactly why I'm here. Who I am, and I am the man who is going to say everything that you are afraid to say. And I'm going to talk about everything that they are afraid to talk about. I'm not here for you to love me or for you to like me or for you to agree with me, for you to kiss my ass. No, I'm here to make you think, to make you use your brain, to help you see exactly what's in front of you, what's been hidden before your very eyes this whole fucking time. Shout out to my day ones who've been riding with me for years. Years and years and years. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. And shout out to everybody new. And I hope you have a great time with us along this journey. But starting off with a question, my biggest question. What is the difference between a man identifying as a woman and a man identifying as a blood or a crip? Besides the sexual aspect of it, you could try to argue banging is a lifestyle, but dressing up and pretending to be a woman is also a lifestyle. You could say, oh, well, the consequences, people get killed, niggas die from banging. But men also die from pretending to be women. The truth is there is no difference. They're both playing pretend and make believe. Gangbanging is not fucking real. It's made up. It's for kids. It's childish. And subconsciously, everybody knows this. Why do you think joining a gang as an adult is frowned upon? Because as a grown-ass man or woman, you should be at an age where you know better than to partake into some shit that a kid made up. You could believe in it with all your heart. Just like Michael Jackson thought he was a white man, but he still died a nigga. Larry Hoover was 13 years old when he got shit cracking. The almighty Vice Lords was made up by a group of badass kids in juvie who looked up the word vice in a dictionary and ran with it because they thought it was cool. Tookie Williams and Raymond Washington was 17 and 14 when they started the Crips. Do we see the pattern? All children who had some type of level of influence over all the other kids in their community made some shit up and ran with it until adulthood. And tens of thousands of grown-ass men are still suffering the consequences of the decisions that those children made back in the day. If I told you I was for Mario Kart Crip or Supersonic Paru, you'll tell me get the fuck out your face. But if I kill 20 people behind it, you'd be like, oh yeah, them niggas ain't playing. Even though I sound fucking stupid, I done took my pretending to a whole new level and you niggas respect it now. And them older niggas like to say OGs made the hood and YGs run it. If y'all believe that's true, let me be the first one to tell you that you've been bamboozled. You've been whoop-de-dooed. Men tend to be selfish by nature and they tend to hoard and hold on to the valuable. Have you ever heard a boy's dad walk in the house and say, you know what, young nigga, I'm getting too old for this shit. You could run it now. You'll never hear no shit like that ever in your motherfucking life. You know why? Because the house has value. It's actually worth something. They got y'all convinced that y'all running the hood because they can't compete with y'all. Like they squabble just disappeared and they guns stopped working. They not too old to dress like y'all and wear the same jewelry. They not too old to be driving the same cars y'all drive. They not too old to fuck y'all bitches. But all of a sudden they too old to run the set. No, they have figured out that the set has no value. So they let you have it. Fool's gold. The hood is never land. And when Peter Pan got old, Tinkerbell and the Lost Boys disappeared. You know, I brought up the fact that preparing children to enter a gang or to join a gang or participate in a gang is grooming. And I had one of my brothers disagree with me, as he has every right to. And he said to me that it's not grooming, but it's hereditary. Like it's a disease, like it's uncontrollable, like it's just something that you're born with. Like you can just wake up with a bad case of cripping. Like you could have an outbreak of suwoo. And although I do agree that it is a disease, it is a cancer in our community that needs to be cured. But I had to educate my brother on the word grooming because he thought the word only pertained to sexual acts against a minor. And then he told me it's like a family. You have generations and generations of your lineage, of your bloodline who join into the gang culture. But what kind of family sneaks around and kills each other? What kind of family forgets about you and leaves you behind during your hardest times? What kind of family is waiting for the opportunity to sleep with your wife and the children of your kid's mother behind your back? What type of family only has one purpose, and that is to destroy and kill other families? What kind of family is that? That is not a family I want to be a part of. Matter of fact, that's not a family at all. That is a satanic cult of death. You cannot be a Crip. You cannot be a Blood. You can claim it, you can die for it, but you cannot truly be it. And just like you can't be born a gang member, I don't believe you can be born gay. I believe that is scientifically impossible. If I could be born gay, I could be born a racist, or I could be born a stoner. Like, it was just something I always knew when I came out the womb, I wanted to get high. You would tell me that's bullshit. Now, I'm not about to do what you think I'm about to do, which is bash my people. I love all my people equally, no matter who you are. No matter who you choose to be in life, what you choose to be in life, and how you choose to live your life, I love you all. This is not about hate. This is about conversation. This is about dialect. This is about being able to express ourselves, being able to articulate. I feel like it's a lot of reverse discrimination going on. Your sexual preference is your sexual preference. It has nothing to do with me. That is between you and God. But when your preference starts to affect the lives of other people, then there lies the problem. There we have the issue of how far we have to go into the game of pretend with you, because it's still pretend. Dressing up to appear as a woman does not make you a woman. It makes you a man in a woman's costume. And that's fine. You can look like what you represent, but just understand that it is a representation. It is not an actual state of being. There are only two genders created by God. That is a man and a woman. If you want to be a gay man, so be it. If you want to be a gay woman, so be it. How you choose to express your sexuality is on you. But just because you like what women like, and you wear what women wear, and you think you feel how women feel, does not make you a woman. It does not give you the same rights as a woman. It doesn't mean that you can intrude on the privacy of women as a man. And the same thing in reverse for women pretending to be men. Although the world is more lenient to women being gay versus men, let's be honest. It's just a fact. But there are people out there who cut off their ears, who cut off their nose, who slice their tongues in half and tattoo their skin green, who feel like they're lizards. They believe that they're lizards and they live the life of a lizard. It doesn't make them a fucking lizard though, does it? We have to start to live in reality, and we have to start meeting each other at a middle ground and start respecting boundaries again. You don't have the right to intrude on a man's life or to intrude on a woman's life just based off how you feel. And there is no law that they can pass or make today that will force me to have to pretend with you. You have the right to be who you want to be. I should have the right to be who I want to be. If you want to pretend to be a woman, that's fine. But as a man, I should still be able to address a man as a man, even if he looks like a woman. I shouldn't have to be forced to call you ma'am when I know in fact you are a sir. I shouldn't feel guilty to be a man, to be a prideful man. I shouldn't feel shame to want to raise my son to be a man. I shouldn't have to hide the fact that I took the Barbie out my son's hand and replaced it with Batman. I shouldn't have to be ashamed that I told my son, you're not allowed to play in your mama's lipstick or wear her high heels, because we don't do that, because we are men. I shouldn't be ashamed to follow the traditions of men just because you are a man who chose to be a woman. I have the right to be angry at large corporations for pushing agendas on children just so they could sell more product. You push narratives and agendas in their cartoons. You took the religion out of school and you replaced it with sex, and you're telling me I can't be angry. And when you do recognize my anger, you call it prejudice. You call it hate. You call it discrimination. When I've never discriminated on anybody in my life. I've never been mad at anybody's choice in my life. I've only been upset at the fact that your choices affect me when your choices should only affect you. But this is not me versus you. I love you. But we just need to understand each other. We have to find a way to climb the top of that hill together, because it's not about Crip versus Blood. It's not man versus woman. It's not straight versus gay. It is good versus evil. And evil is nowhere near weak. Evil is not rare, and evil is not shy. Evil is proud, evil is tall, and evil is everywhere. So today, brothers and sisters, we end our words with the sermon, and we read from the scriptures. From all scriptures, not just one book, from all the books, because all gods are God. And even though he spreaded his message differently across the land, it is all still his message. So to my brothers and sisters in gangs, You were born before the block gave you a name. Before colors divided you, you were already marked by God. You came here with divine fingerprints, but the world convinced you to trade your soul for a symbol. Oh mankind, we created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes so that you may know one another. My brothers, these streets are not supposed to separate us. They're supposed to bring us together. The road led to you, not to kill you, but to know you. We're supposed to hold community. We're supposed to share knowledge. We're supposed to share peace. We're supposed to be a village. We're supposed to teach our kids the right way. Hypocrisy, arrogance, pride, anger, harshness, or ignorance of the marks of those who are born to a demonic nature. So when they speak down hate, when we bring up good, when they challenge our cries for peace with their chants for war, we know that that is the demon in our ear and not our people. Us pretending to be something that we are truly not is spiritual slavery. It's like worshiping a God that never blessed you. You cannot find peace within yourself when you are acting out a role that was written in pain. And I know you in pain. I know you hurt. I know you hurt. We losing our brothers every day. Every day another one of our brothers is gone, and it hurts. It hurts. But the pain is real. The facade is not. It is a fantasy dressed up in your trauma. And they say with their tongues what is not in their hearts. Bitch, nigga, cuz, blood, fuck you, all this shit. That's not how we feel for real. Some of us is scared to say how we feel for real. We scared to get judged. We scared on how we gonna get looked at. We scared on what our peers gonna think about us. But don't be. Don't be, because you got God behind you and he gives us the strength to be who we need to be. Speak up, be yourself, be your true self. Don't hide it from the world. We need to see it. I need to see it, because showing it to other people lets them know it's okay for them to show it too. Don't run from this. We've been walking around wearing masks, painting death to look like our culture, calling chaos our identity. But the truth is, you could only be what God made you to be. You can't alter your soul. You can't edit your essence. You cannot fake the divine energy. Why am I here? I'm here calling you today, not to shame you, but to save you. Because once you love yourself, you stop needing the image to feel important. And once you start seeing God in you, you start to see God in your brother. And when you truly see that, you cannot pull the trigger on your own reflection. There are three things that cannot be hidden. Cannot be hidden. And that is the sun, the moon, and the truth. Truth is high, but truth living is even higher. See, saying you're gonna do something sound good, but you doing it is better. Saying you're gonna change your life sound good, but changing your life is better. Preaching peace sound good, but stepping outside with your brothers, with your feet on the ground and pushing for peace is even better. So let this be your awakening. Let's stop pretending. Let's stop dying for illusion. Let's stop worshiping our ego and our pain. God made you. God made you, and God made you real. And real don't need validation. Real don't need color, and real don't need a reason and permission to love. It's time to come home. And with that, brothers and sisters, peace be upon you.